Hey guys, so we're going to do a reading. There's been a lot going on, okay? And there are some things I've been predicting on some stuff. You know, when I kind of did my little art of war going on in the hotel, one of the big things I started to let you guys know is the Texas power grid is not so stable, okay? And there might be judgment coming. Why? Texas, well, they got a big problem. Uvalde happened. There's that. It's a big state, right? Oh yeah. Uvalde happened, and they just nope, they don't want to do anything about gun control. Now, Texas is ranked about 30, okay, in the country when it comes to the most lenient of gun control. Some of the worst is really Arkansas, but Uvalde is a big thing, okay, and just and there is even, if you guys been following, there was one where I had the Sandy Hook shirt on. I made a video about the power grid and the need to fix the school shootings, but I also talked about the fact that for the power grid, they don't want to use clean energy, so they want to keep the gas burning and the money in the pocket, which actually puts the Texas residents at risk. Many died during that horrible cold winter. And I warned Texas, you got to fix the problem with two things. One, the shootings, okay? And then also when I was in the middle of uploading the recent video where I had the Sandy Hook shirt on, a mother came to me about their child. I immediately went on video chat with them and found out the child had died in Texas because of a bullet. Okay, and that's little Julio, and he is in there in current events. You could check that out. It blew my mind too, but there was a reason she reached out, and she obviously felt his spirit, and I was able to connect very strongly. If anybody ever wants, I can easily find her for you in my group and on my messenger. But, some of the things blew my mind, especially train tracks, and his favorite photo, and it was used at the funeral, is a railroad sign. It was his favorite photo. And she gave me that photo for the thumbnail. I asked if it was okay to use this photo and talk about it. I asked her permission first. She said yes. And I connected her with Sandy Hook so she could not only donate, but she could get with the cause and she could meet other parents who lost a child, okay, to some kind of gun violence or something. And, maybe by doing that, that will help. Notice I have bracelets on both wrists now. That Wonder Woman. Yeah, I always wear them on one. Sometimes I've worn them on two, but Spirit said put them on both wrists. I said, okay. Chakras and evil eye and all kinds of stuff on it. Okay, angel wings. Yep, I got those too. You bet. Okay, and school shootings are horrible, and but I know that power grid is at risk, and there is about to be a lesson. But the other thing is that they won't go to that clean energy, which really is more cost effective, cleaner for the environment, but they're willing to just keep the fossil fuels and all that shit, the oil, which actually puts Texans at risk. Okay, and they already had a cruel winter, but they could be looking in for a cruel summer. So let's go ahead and look at it. And yes, little Julio, like I told her, I said maybe he reached out because I got Wonder Woman on my, maybe he likes Wonder Woman. But also he knew that his spirit knew I was in the middle of uploading a video about, the shootings in Texas. All of a sudden she reaches out and I told her I'm in the middle of uploading. I just got it to YouTube and now I'm uploading to Patreon. That, so yeah, that upset me, okay, that her poor child in Texas, died of a bullet, 13 years old. But, and that was last year, on June 22nd, 2022. Okay, she's about to have the anniversary, in less than a week. But let's look at the power grid. What's going on? Right now, Texas is looking at a heat wave. Okay, and there is a video here it says record break. This is from Live Now. It's Fox, but still, we'll watch it. Record-breaking heat hitting Texas and straining power grid. I predicted. I said, it could be a cruel summer and it could be a real bad winter, guys. Because if the heat strains it, it's just, I'm not even an expert, but I'm a reader. If the heat kind of really strains it, oh boy, what if it's a tough winter, right? So let's kind of go ahead and check and see what they're saying.
The state of Texas could break the record for power demand today, as some parts of Texas are expecting triple-digit heat. We do have Hannah Batash. She joins us live in Dallas.
And it's not even summer yet, guys.
Hannah, good morning to you. How's it feeling out there? You're in it right now. Are they feeling the heat there in Texas?
Yeah. In the thick of it. You know, it really isn't so bad right now. We're sitting in the mid-70s. It is pretty humid, a little sticky, a little uncomfortable, but really not as bad as far as Texas summer weather goes. It's something that Texans really get used to, and we haven't even hit the summer, although in past years it's been much worse. This time, actually last year, the record high was 105 degrees. Today, we're not even expected to meet that. However, a big focus right now, at least for energy grid operators, is South and Central Texas. That's what led to this most recent alert. It's the first time that Texas grid operator has ever issued a so-called weather watch. All of this is part of the power grid operator's new early notification system. It's basically just a way of alerting Texans that there might be a higher demand for electricity, but it's not asking people to conserve power just yet. It says at this point, consumers should not worry.
Nope, yeah. See, there's a lot of, oh, don't worry, don't worry. Now, the one guy I talked about in the other video, his name is in the video. You have to watch it. I'll link that original reading. The guy that was working on it since, the power grid, since, the horrible winter. Okay, it was about February 2021. He resigned. And it's like, and he resigned right before summer. He's not officially even out yet until I believe July 1st. And it's like, why did he resign? But it showed that I discussed it, they were rejecting his ideas. And they want to keep burning the oil, yeah. And it risks Texans. Okay, doing it the old way. Now, the grid is its own individual thing. It's not a federal. They wanted to do it their own, because they want, the money in the pocket. And it's already cost Texans their lives. So there's, like it says, heat wave hitting Texas could strain power grid. And that's what it's saying. Okay, and they're trying to reassure, oh, there might be a little bit, here it comes. But that's the first time they're doing an alert around summer. Okay, so how hot is it supposed to get? And everything. But let's see, Texas heat today. Let's look at some more. ERCOT, issues a weather watch ahead of Texas heat wave. Whoops, how's that power grid going to hold up?
Relenting heat you're talking about. ERCOT is expecting record energy demand across Texas later this week. We're going to be under the utility's first weather watch. Here's what that means. ERCOT is forecasting increased demand due to the higher temperatures. The weather watch is sent a few days before expected conditions that could cause high demand or low reserve. So under the watch, and this is very important, the grid is operating under normal conditions. Andy Soretta is standing by in the Weather Center with a deeper dive into that, Andy.
Danny, we're staying on top of grid conditions in real time using ERCOT's dashboard. Aside from the weather watch, as of right now, ERCOT has not issued a conservation alert for Texans. Grid conditions, as you can see here, are in the green. Operating reserves are normal, meaning there is enough power to meet the current demand. All right, let's take a look at supply and demand here. The solid purple line represents ERCOT's current power supply. The solid turquoise line represents the demand.
It's hard to see.
When the supply and demand can't be balanced, that's when we're going to see things change. All right, let's check on wind and solar right now. They're expected to increase over the coming days, expected to come in strong and remain adequate. You can see the trend with these two lines right here, the solid purple line and the solid orange line. This is going to play a critical role in making sure that the state's grid can handle the higher demand for power. We now have more solar generation than we did in years prior. It has basically tripled over the last 2 to 3 years.
But
the dashboard
it's not enough.
Showing the possibility of a new all-time peak demand record later this week. We, of course, will continue to monitor the grid. You can as well. We have a link for you on our website, click2houston.com. Lisa.
All right.
Okay, so what did I warned about it when I was in the hotel. Texas, you need to fix the problem. One, the school shootings, judgment coming. And two, yeah, they do need to fix that power grid. But they want to keep doing it. They're burning the oil and they're risking Texans. The guy, he resigned. He'll be officially done July 1st. And obviously because they weren't listening to his ideas, they probably told him to resign or some shit. And they're trying to make it all, oh, we wish him well. I have fucking done. Okay, yes. So let's pull a few cards. Okay, we could get the sun card. Okay, is the Texas power grid going to hold up? Because I'm telling you, judgment's coming. And the thing is, the terrible thing is, guys, and like I said, Spirit, does not want the, Texans hurt, but then there's still judgment coming because Texas is not fixing that gun problem. Okay, they had Uvalde. That's a big freaking thing, and the shootings keep going. We had the mother, getting her daughter ready for prom. There's a lot, and little Julio even that I read for it. There is a lot, and the vets have been up. They're tired of it. Okay, so and notice the tornadoes in the south. They are hitting states that have very lax gun rules, guys. Okay, there were tornadoes over Alabama and they were in Texas. Okay, they're heading to Mississippi. Oh, we got the devil showing. Okay, so there's stuff going on in the south. Okay, and okay, so we're going into Cancer month. It's gonna be hot. And climate change is a real thing. Okay, up the tower. Oh, that's at the bottom. But we're just going to shuffle it in. Let's kind of see how are they going to do. Is that power grid? Are they going to have brownouts? Could it even crash now? But I don't know. The winter, that's the big one. Okay, because Spirit was warning, fix the problem, Texas. Those are two areas they want fixed, but especially the guns. Uvalde, their Spirit is very upset about those cops standing outside for 90 minutes. What? Demonic force jumped in those cops that they stood outside like cowards. Spirit, oh no, it's not always a lot. Okay? And that's why even little Julio, I talked to the mom, she wants to move. And I said, yeah, he wants you to move too, because it may be real shitty. Okay? And she did, have to get a hotel during that horrible winter. Okay? He wants his family safe. Okay, that's another reason he reached out to me, because he knows I've read on the power grid. She goes, what's going on? And I let her know, ooh, that power grid, he's wanting to protect his mama. Okay, so there's that. Okay, hold on. As I was doing that, I know that was just little Julio Spirit. The card Love flew in my lap, so that's probably his spirit. Okay, the card Love, he's about, sadly, the day he passed, there's about to be a 1-year anniversary. It coming. I know, Julio, now it's Spirit. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, but judgment coming. They want to keep doing it the same old way. They're risking Texans. They have to live in fear that stupid thing could go down. Okay, and it's all, they don't want to do other ways. They do have some solar, some wind, okay, but, they're wanting to do it the same old way. Lust for power, that's what it is. Lust for power, lust for money, that's all it is, okay? Now, that's Leo's card. It also could get real hot during Leo, oh boy. And stuff, Ace of Swords, okay, that's Word of God. Okay, that's the crossing. Word of God. I've been Word of God in videos. Word of God. That's Archangel Michael. Whoop. Let's see. Oh, that love card. See, that popped in again. I guess wanted to use it. Yeah. There's a spirit of those that have lost loved ones. Okay. Out there because of gun violence. Okay, that's a big one. Failure. Oh, there it is. Is it going to fail? It's going to fail. Okay, that's, and a lot of it, love, those loved ones that have been lost, failure, it's going to fail this summer. Okay, so it coming, they're talking about it, and see, it's about power, it's about money. Okay, it coming to a failure, it's going to cost them a lot of money. Okay, that's another thing. When that thing goes down, because they ain't fixing the problem, that's the reason why they got the failure. Matter of fact, I may need to talk to his mom and say, get out, go get out of town. Okay, but it's, is the power grid going to fail? Well, there's the failure, and it's going to cost. Spirit's going to cha-ching Texas for it and stuff. So we got the hangman. Seeing things from a different perspective is important, but they don't want to see from a different perspective. Sorrow. There's been so many deaths out there. There was deaths because of both reasons, gun violence and that damn power grid that they will not fix appropriately. They're going to be defeated. Okay, because Spirit has the upper hand. Futility is futile to go against, Spirit. They're done. They've given all kinds of signs and warnings to them, and they ain't fixed the problem and everything. We got the success card that's popping up there and everything, but that is also, gifts, money. Hold on 1 second. We got the Fool card. I'm looking at the politicians and everything, but justice is coming. Okay, and stuff, and it's coming swift. The success card makes me feel that can be about giving and receiving and things. I feel like Spirit will try to protect some, but it's they're going to be warning people, and stuff. And then we've got the Eight of Pentacles doing things the same way over and over, expecting a different result and stuff. The Princess of Fire is about to get hot. It's going to get hot, in Texas. Okay, they're going to have a heat wave. See. Heat wave, that looks like a wave. Heat wave, yep. Okay, the Magician. Okay, as above, so below, yeah. And stuff, see, they got, they need to change. They're at the fork in the road. They need to fix it. That's Mars and Aries. They need to fix it, I'm hoping that if they start seeing some shit with this power grid in the summer, because the winter is the real one that I'm worried about. I'm worried about summer too, but Texas are used to being hot, but the winter, that's the one that could be scary and stuff. But Ace of Cups, Spirit loves people, obviously, and wants them, to be okay and everything, but, fix the problem. They're at the fork in the road, do the right thing. Okay, that's the big one, and I feel like Spirit is probably going to send some family signs, especially around that winter, but it looks like it's going to fail this summer. It's going to have some fucking issues. Okay, will they wake up and start, like some brownouts and some shit and people not having any fucking air? Will they see? The good thing I'm not seeing death. Okay, but there's some warnings are going to be coming with the power grid. It's already warning. Spirit's given so many chances, but they're going to push, the damn people, the politicians and everybody and the government at the fork in the road this summer, looking at it. And another thing, fucking water, pour water on everybody's going to be wanting to pour water on themselves, jump in the pool. It's going to be hot and stuff. There looks like, there could be some failures, but I do get success, and it won't take the entire power grid down, but it's going to be, we've got a serious problem. It can't handle the heat. Okay, but my concern is winter. Spirit wants to give them some time to fix it, fix the power grid appropriately, stop burning the oil. Okay, but also Spirit wants them to do something about the violence. Love. Okay, but it's futile to go up against Spirit. Spirit will defeat them, period, if they don't fix the problem. Okay, there's too many people that have been defeated, thrown down, too much sorrow, too much suffering, too many deaths, that Spirit is like done with this. Okay, it's Word of God. And justice, no matter what, it's going to balance. Okay, and we may have, as justice is also during the Libra month, we may see more during Libra. That's when Pluto goes direct. It's going to head to Aquarius. Okay, it's going to start heading in that direction, but it's going to take a while before it is in Aquarius. It won't be until next year in November. So, as I kind of say that, it's going to be a tough summer. There's some heat, but it's a chance, a warning to look, oh shit, we can't handle it this way. We got to do it different. We can't burning oil and start listening to people who've been saying we got to do it another way. But if they want to keep burning oil, just to keep the money, with the oil and all that and getting paid and stuff, then they risk them really in the winter and stuff. That's the big one. And then, of course, yes, Spirit wants the gun violence. Stop them to do something, because Uvalde, they're not getting away with it. I do hope this helps. Oh, and yes, other things too, but Uvalde is a big one, guys.